hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're here for another Sunday evening treat, live from Nürburgring with the Red Bull Junior X Season 2 Round 1. After seeing IR Graham dominate Season 1, we're back with a second season, but you know, we didn't want to be greedy, we didn't want to have too many races out there, so it looks like there's 6 people involved. This is the way. This is the way it is. And let me find the bump of this tournament. There's been some tweaks. The cars are not souped up right to the full max anymore. They're just running their normal 100%, which gives you something like 246. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, 246 brake horsepower and the weight of 550. Oh dear, hang on, Sharon, she's got a right nice car. So, what's his Red Bull Junior X Season 2? The RBJX, or Red Bull Junior X, is a one-make series racing. 3 15-minute timed sprint races over 10 rounds. A success ballast will be in use, with the top 3 in each race carrying extra weight into the next race. The point system will be only for finishing positions, but will be an average over the 3 races in a round. So consistency will be key for the best points. Entrants will be required to use the Red Bull X 2014 Junior. So yes, that's how it is, and I'll tell you about the success ballast. During each round, success ballast will be used to even out the racing. Success ballast will only be used by the first, second and third places in the next race. So round 1's qualifying and race 1 will be the only time during the season that no ballast will be used. From then on, the top 3 of each race will have to up their weight for the next race. The weight is as follows. Third place will have to put it to 104%, which gives them 572 kilograms. Second place will have to carry 107% weight, which is 588 kilograms. And first place will have to carry 110% weight, which will give them 605 kilograms. This ballast will only be used for the one race after, unless a podium is gained in the next race. With 6 people, that's possible. If a podium is gained in race 3 of a round, then the competitor will have to carry the ballast into qualifying and race 1 of the next round. And we are just 3 minutes away from qualifying. So round 1. Nürburgring GP, 3.20 miles, 17 corners, and the 3 racers will be taking place in game time of day settings. It's 800, 0800, 1700 and 1930 hours, if that makes sense. And like I said, the point system, it'll be divided by 3. Whatever they score in each race will be added up and then divided by 3 to give them an average score of the rounds. We're going to have 10 minutes qualifying at 8 o'clock, and then we'll have 3 rounds of racing, where the race 1 will be grid based on qualifying fastest first, race 2 will be grid based on race 1 results, and race 3 will be grid based on race 2 results reversed. There is no tuning for this, and obviously no bop, because you can't have bop on the X, the Group X cars. In the chat, we've got Skyjacker saying evening, Muddy saying go RB, and Racer Brown saying hello all, and Rido saying hello all. So that is how it lies. Let's have a look at what the cars look like. So Binko is sporting himself a lovely, relentless Red Bull there. Looking very snazzy indeed. And a Skyjacker sporting a monster energy. These Red Bull, it's like a wind-up, isn't it, in the Red Bull cars, and all these other energy drinks are taking part. Talleyrand is in a very clean looking white and blue Red Bull, sponsored Red Bull car. It's beautiful. Then we have Sharon in a lovely white and purple. And I think the main sponsor on that is Atari. Look at that, I love that, Atari. I've got a lovely Atari retro t-shirt. It's one of my favourites. And then Racer Brown is in the pits. There, his car's looking very Alpine, but we will see. I think it's a M for the BMW people. And Flashman is in a lovely retro Williams looking car. Heaven knows what sort of racing we're going to have out there. But the pickup wasn't great. Pat in the chat saying those two black and green cars aren't going to be at all hard to tell apart. No, it's easy. It's easy. You see, because that one says Monster on the side of it, and that one says Relentless on the side of it. So I've got that covered. Don't you worry your pretty little head there, Patty boy. I've got it. And that one's 49, and that one's 99. There is Skyjacker giving us some lovely donuts, showing that the back end can be quite loose on these high aerodynamic cars. Now, season 1, the main problem with those cars were when they closely follow each other, they lose all downforce. So it will be very interesting to see what these cars go like in a pack. And with the success ballast as well, it throws all sorts of things into the works. I have a warm beverage. I'm going to just take a sip. Get the drink ready, just in case Flashman. What, for the wrong buttons? There'll be loads. Tonight, we're sponsored by Brewdog, as usual, because I found a new flavour called Elvis Juice. And I've heard it's Priscilla's favourite. So yeah, Elvis Juice, grapefruit infused IPA. So we'll crack that open, and you can get my thoughts on that straight away. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. I should start qualifying, shouldn't I? I'll ask them if they're ready. Ooh, smells right. Yes. Well, it's alcohol, so it just tastes nice. So let me ask them if they're ready, because I'm too busy chatting to you guys. Yeah, I'm hosting. So I'm hosting, commentating. I'm doing the lot. And we'll count all 6 Y's or R's, or however they wish to inform me that they're ready, and then we will crack on with quali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just one more, and we're good to go. And there it is, 6. So we are gonna get. How do I do it? Qualifying underway. It's not it. How did I just do it? I might have to come out and start it. I can never remember. Okay, we'll come out and start it. Okay, so we're up here. We click that. And we click start qualifying. And let it begin. And then we'll get quickly back into spectate mode. And get rid of the big numbers. Woo! So here we go. 10 minutes of qualifying around Nürburgring GP. With the lovely, snazzy, little Red Bull Junior cars. A little bit like F2s, I think. Maybe a little bit slower. F3s, possibly. Who knows? They're in the pits now. Waiting to come out. There goes Talleyrand. First on the track. We'll see what sort of times he is doing. As he makes his way around this famous German track. I think designed by Michael Schumacher. In the chat, Racer Brown says press the options button to start qualifying of race. Oh, there you go. Now you live and learn. And pause menu has the button or the race settings option at the top. Hey, everyone's helpful. It's fantastic stuff. So there they go, out for their outlap. Racer Brown yet to show. Not seen his car yet, have we? Looking forward to it though. There is Binko in the Relentless. So we've got a little battle here with Talleyrand's Red Bull, but I don't think Talleyrand's going to be able to make every round. He said he will show when he can show. And that is perfectly fine. There's been a few signed up that said that they wouldn't be able to make every round. And hey, I'm chilled. I'm easy. They can, if they can, they can. If they can't, they can't, you know. It's just, it is what it is on a Sunday evening here at the Virtual Racers Club. So Talleyrand making his way around on his outlap. It's looking very splendid, that car. I like the colours of it. It's beautiful. He's making his way around through the last section right now before he starts his flying lap. He's followed by Skyjacker. They're giving each other lots of space so they can get their best lap in. And like I said, this will be the only qualifying session you see with no success ballast on board for these guys. And Shiren there. He's the last on track, is he? No, oh, and there's Racer Brown. Cattle. I don't know what Cattle is. CATL? I should ask them beforehand a bit about their sponsorship before we get into this. But I saw like the BMW M on the front there, so BMW involved in the tuning of his Red Bull Junior. And you know, he is a very fast boy. Is a Racer Brown, could be a favourite for this championship. Car 86 making their way around. That does look very nice, Racer Brown. That's a very nice looking car, I must say. And Skyjacker is on his flying lap now, is he? Yes, he is, as is Talleyrand. Like I said, they've got 10 minutes to qualify before race 1, and they're going to be sprint races, 15-minute races. Sorry, did I slurp on the mic? It's not bad, actually. When I read it was grapefruit, I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about that, but it's quite tasty. Bit of Elvis juice, keep me going. I've also got an obligatory Red Bull, as it is the Red Bull Juniors. It would be a miss of me not to have a can of the superpower juice. But Talleyrand there, you can see, making his way around. I'll give his helmet a show off. There it is, beautiful. Well, you can see his helmet as well. So that is cracking stuff. He's coming around the final corner to post that first time. As he heads over the line, he posts a 159.2. Very good, very good. Oh, purples for Mr. Skyjacker as he heads towards the line. Pat let me just see his time. A 58, that takes pole for him so far, but Binko goes faster than the pair of them with a 57.1. Very fast. Then we're waiting for the Russian sensation. Saw him on Friday night, looked very strong in the F1s, had a couple of small mistakes, cost him the race. And he's done a 58.1, going second fastest of the day. Flashman coming up towards the line, setting himself a 2-minute dead. And then Racer Brown, he's getting purples. So in the chat, Pat saying CATL are a Chinese battery manufacturer and technology company, I think. I had to look it up myself before I put it on one of my own cars. Ah, there you go. So yes, CATL is a Japanese company. And here comes a Racer Brown around the final corner. What can he provide in way of lap times? It's looking good, isn't it? 56.0, 1 second faster than the Binks. And the Binks in second place. Shiren holding third. Skyjacker is fourth, with Talleyrand in fifth. And Flashman in sixth place there. And Talleyrand is first on track as he's coming around to complete his second flying lap. So we can see how he does as he comes around that final corner. Oh my word, what a fast car. Heading towards the lap, the finish line. He's managed a 57.1. He's gone faster. He's gone ahead of Shiren and Skyjacker, I believe. Or was Skyjacker ahead of him? I cannot remember. Skyjacker next to cross the line. He goes faster and puts himself ahead of Shiren. Then Binko going faster, but still 0.8 off of Racer Brown. Shiren coming around that final corner. Can he better his time? And with only 6 competitors, the field is wide open with ballast as well. This could be anyone's game. Shiren not managing to go faster on that lap, and it looks like Flashman's doing a better time better than his own time. And we'll see when he crosses the line. He has gone faster by about 5/10, but he's still 2.2 seconds off of Shiren's time. Not quite getting into the groove of that car so far. But Racer Brown 8/10 faster than the rest of the field so far. And he's coming up towards the line to probably go faster again in that BMW powered Red Bull. Kaboom, no, he doesn't go faster, a tenth slower. Well, 700ths. And that is it so far. That looks like Talleyrand isn't going full speed there at the moment. Looks like he's backed out of this lap. Getting himself ready possibly for the next one. Binko and Skyjacker he's allowed to go past. Skyjacker there in fourth, but first on track at the moment as he comes up to that chicane. Let's have a look what it looks like from their point of view around here at the Nürburgring. Makes his way through that chicane and around the final corner, trying to get that car out as wide as possible. Cutting into the apex, carrying some good speed through that, 80 miles an hour, as he floors it towards the finish line and gets a 57.5, pulls himself some 3/10 closer. Well, he's 3/10 away from Talleyrand's time so far. Heavy braking into the first corner there, second gear, 50 miles an hour, just clipping the curb and just catching the car. It looked a little shaky there for him, but he managed to pull it back. Then again, it's another virtual hairpin, and then swinging it to the right, clipping that curb, and that is beautiful stuff. Flooring it all the way up to the next corner, which is quite a fast left there. Doesn't even change fourth, just knocks it down to fourth mid-corner, then down to third for the right-hander, down to second, onto the curb. Beautiful driving there from Skyjacker as he floors it towards the hairpin. I should look for the map so I could have told you the named corners. They're all named after products anyway. And there he goes, flying. Homesick Alien saying good luck all in the chat. I think he's been partying today, celebrating his podium from Friday evening. So he might be on the Elvis juice himself. That's quite nice, that Elvis juice, I must say. So a Skyjacker making his way around. He's 4/10 off of his fastest time so far. No, Racer Brown hasn't managed to go faster yet, but that 156.0 is pretty much got it all tied up so far. 10 seconds remaining of qualifying. So this is going to be their final laps. Looks like Binko's caught Skyjacker up a little bit, and the time has run out, so I don't think Skyjacker and Binko are going to make it for another lap. And Binko gets a 57 as Skyjacker gets a 58. And Racer Brown's had a spin on his final lap, but Talleyrand's gone faster as he crosses the line with a 56.9, only 2/10 off of Binko. Binko only 6/10 off of Racer Brown. Can Shiren do anything as he crosses the line? Oh, he just nips it ahead of Skyjacker by 3/10 there, and 2/10 off of Talleyrand's time. Very tight, and can Flashman just nudge it under that 2-minute mark? It doesn't look like it. This one looks slower than his laps previously, and he crosses the line to finish qualifying in 6th place. And Racer Brown, we saw he had a spin, so this is not going to be any faster, but it's nice to watch him drive around anyway. As he comes up through the chicane, and we are ready for race 1 here at the Nürburgring for round 1. Race 1 of the Red Bull Junior X Season 2. It's exciting stuff, I promise you. And there you go. And that is qualifying over and done with. That is how the grid looks. And who's going to win? Racer Brown? Like I said, this is the only race of the season where no success ballast will be carried by our competitors. So it's a straightforward fight here in race 1 for 15 minutes. And the time is going down. And it is go, go, go out there. Racer Brown doesn't look like he's having a good start. Binko's off the line pretty quick. What? There you go. Binko going down to the first corner first. Sharon making a flyer. Sharon starting, but there's Skyjacker up the inside. There's Skyjacker just getting up the inside of Sharon. Sharon down to 5th. So Binko leading the way by Skyjacker. Look at them, all 4 of them in a row. Oh my word. How tight is that with Racer Brown in amongst all of them? He's got the inside line now. And they're trying not to hit each other, but it's very tight. And Binko is rabbiting with Racer Brown out wide there, but he's maintained that 2nd place ahead of Skyjacker, with Talleyrand falling to 4th. Sharon are really close to Talleyrand right now, trying to look for a way past. Is it possible? Who knows? And Flashman staying there close up behind them guys. But Binko, what a start from the Binks. And he is absolutely head and shoulders at the moment. Can Racer Brown claw that back during this race? Skyjacker is just holding station in 3rd ahead of Talleyrand. And behind Racer Brown for now. Sharon, he's dropped back a little bit from that little battle here between Racer Brown, Skyjacker and Talleyrand as they make their way around this first lap of race 1 of 3 this evening. And Racer Brown has just eked out half a second on Skyjacker, but Skyjacker now in trouble from Talleyrand. Talleyrand having a close look at his racing buddy Skyjacker there as they make their way through the hairpin. And it looks like Skyjacker's been able to pull some time back on Racer Brown there. And now, I thought Skyjacker was looking up the inside of Racer Brown, but there was no room there, and Binko is absolutely flying away with it. 2 seconds he's pulled out on that lap, with Racer Brown in 2nd, Skyjacker is in 3rd, Talleyrand in 4th, Sharon in 5th, and Flashman there in 6th place. But Racer Brown is going to have to put some absolute flying laps in now to catch up. Binko, who's out there in the lead by 2 seconds, and if he keeps it straight and on the road, he should have this one all wrapped up. But anything can happen. Racer Brown is having a Skyjacker chasing him down, and Talleyrand chasing a Skyjacker also. Bunting in the chat saying, so sorry I missed this tonight, I thought it started next week. No, tonight. So Binko leading the way from Racer Brown. Skyjacker in 3rd place, with Talleyrand 4th. He's only 8/10 behind. Sharon dropping back from these guys. We know the Russian sensation is very fast, but he's struggling to keep up with the guys ahead at the moment. Flashman dropping back a little bit from them as well, but Binko is in a league of his own. He's 2.5 seconds faster than Racer Brown at the moment on track. And Racer Brown just slipping slightly away from Skyjacker then on this lap, and Talleyrand keeping very close eye on Skyjacker as they make their way around the final corner. And it is race on between all of these guys. Binko another fastest lap at 56.4. And he's pulled out a little bit more time on those guys. But like I said, I think it's the aeros. The clean air does help with these Red Bull Juniors. As you can see, the guys behind struggling for downforce. and not getting the lap times they would hope to get. Shiren, he's pulled a little bit back, I believe, to Talleyrand, and Flashman, he's slipping back a little further. But when the success ballast comes in, Flashman should be able to get on par with these guys. But Binko really 3.3 seconds ahead of Racer Brown so far, with Skyjacker and Talleyrand in a tussle, in a tight little battle as they come down to the hairpin. We're sat on board with Talleyrand as he chases Skyjacker. They're heading up to the very fast left-hander. Skyjacker, Talleyrand trying to stay in that tow, and now he's having a look up the outside of Skyjacker. Skyjacker just has to keep it on the inside there, making it impossible for Talleyrand to get the move done in that corner. So Talleyrand having to regroup and work out another way past, whilst Binko, I think, is just extending his lead lap after lap at the moment. And Talleyrand keeping a close eye as Shiren is trying to draw in the two ahead of him as they battle. A 57.9 for Shiren on his last lap, 57.4 from Talleyrand, and Skyjacker a 58.0. Losing touch with Racer Brown now. Racer Brown 2 seconds ahead of Skyjacker with a 56.5 that last lap around, but not as fast as our man Binko there with a 56.4, and the last time 56.8, and needs 2.6 seconds. So Racer Brown starting to try and pull back the lead that Binko has built up. Skyjacker still fending off the Talleyrand out there. And Talleyrand looking for anything there, any little gap to be able to squeeze his Red Bull through. But at the moment there is no quarter given by Skyjacker, and Shiren is definitely catching those boys up to make it a three-way battle for that final podium position. But Skyjacker doing an absolutely amazing job defending his spots, whilst Racer Brown now 3.5 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, and only 2.3 seconds. So Binko losing around about nearly a second lead from Racer Brown as Racer Brown comes back to life on lap 4 here at the Nürburgring GP. And Skyjacker still defending. Is this the move? Talleyrand's having a look again around the outside. Is he going to switch it on the inside? It's coming around. He can't find a way. Can Talleyrand? He's looking either way for a way to get past that Skyjacker. He's got a good drive out of that final corner. He's running up close. He's gone for the inside there. Can he make it stick? But no, because I think Skyjacker's going to have that inside line on this corner here. So, the chicane. So Skyjacker maintains that third place from Talleyrand, and Shiren is only tenths behind him now. So Shiren is throwing his hat into the ring, and Flashman dropping back a little bit more. He had a rough lap on lap 3 at 2:14.8. Whilst Binko 1.7, and that time is dropping. Binko's lead is slipping away from him as Racer Brown gets that fastest lap with a 56.031, whilst he is chasing down his buddy in the lead there. Skyjacker still maintaining third. Now Talleyrand is having to defend from Shiren. Shiren is on the push now. Shiren started to find his feet. He's gone for an early move up the inside, but Talleyrand's still got that inside line. And Talleyrand's lost the back end. Oh no! And Flashman a little too far back to gain anything from that. And Binko is only 1.3 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Skyjacker holding on to that third. He's 1.7 seconds ahead of Shiren. And Talleyrand will be cursing in his helmet right now. And he was fighting Shiren for the position. I don't know if he just got a little happy on the accelerator there, or if the car just got a little disturbed with the side-by-side action between him and the Russian sensation. It'll be one, I suppose, the stewards may take a look at. But it didn't look much to me on the stream, but I'm not one to judge. And Binko now 1.1 seconds ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown pulling out all the stops at the moment, chasing down the Binks. You saw the Binko having a bit of a wobble through the chicane. These cars are a joy to drive, but they can be skittish over the curbs. They're rather planted with all of their aerodynamics, but when you get them over a curb, they can be a bit. Ooh. So now it's down to less than a second. I'm sure Racer Brown is starting to enjoy a slight tow from Binko, and Binko's lost that back end. That's going to be making Racer Brown more than happy to see the relentless Red Bull right ahead of him. And what can he do with Skyjacker 2 seconds ahead of Shiren, and Talaran now he's only 19 seconds ahead of Flashman, so he's lost 10 seconds with that spin. And Binko, this is the battle we're looking at. Racer Brown versus Binko. Racer Brown, a multiple champion of lots of different virtual racing club racers club championships, and Binko, I don't know if he's won something. I'm not sure. Possibly not. Could have possibly had. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But he's trying to fend off at the moment Racer Brown. Racer Brown getting very close foot and comfortable now as they go through the corners. But Racer Brown will be losing a lot of downforce sitting behind Binko. So on board with Binko looking behind, and there is a Racer Brown trying to creep by. Hang on, get back out of the car. Binko heavily defending his inside line, making Racer Brown do the work, and Racer Brown having to back out of it through the chicane as he chases down the relentless Red Bull. That's so weird saying that. You've got the monster Red Bull in third place, 6.5 seconds behind them guys. And Shiren, he's starting to catch up with the monster car now. And we've got 3 minutes left of racing, 2 laps, and here comes Racer Brown. Looks like he's got that inside line that he needs, and Racer Brown now takes the lead on lap 7. Can Binko come back? Binko's got that inside line now, and he's still maintaining the inside. There is Binko, and I think Binko might just edge it on Racer Brown through here, and Binko takes back the lead, but there they go side by side through that corner, so tight, and Binko's still just ahead of Racer Brown. Racer Brown looked like he had to back out of that one, or there was gonna be an accident, and Binko was not yielding the corner at all. So Binko getting his elbows out there and fighting for that win, with Racer Brown in second. Skyjacker as they battle each other. Skyjacker slowly catching him up with only 2 more minutes left of racing. Is it enough? And Shiren is definitely catching up the Skyjacker right now. And Racer Brown having to regroup, reset, and form another attack on the Binko. Another sip of my warm beverage. I say sip, I just clogged it, because I've got to get on with my Elvis juice. And now Racer Brown again, he's got a good tow coming down the hill, and he's alongside, just edged it ahead of Binko, but Binko's being very defensive on that inside, and Racer Brown has to yield once again. But he's trying to get the inside line for the tight hairpin at the end of the lap, but no, he can't quite get up Binko enough there, and Binko again remains in the lead as they start what I would guess their final lap for sure in race 1. And there goes Binko. Can he keep hold of that lead for one more lap? And Racer Brown is throwing everything he's got at it. Oh, Binko a little bit wide, but he's still got the high ground from Racer Brown. Racer Brown giving it his all on board with Racer Brown right now. as they make their way around. Surely is the final lap with only 40 seconds left of racing here for race 1. And it looks like Binko will be carrying extra ballast, Racer Brown and Skyjacker into race 2. And they make their way around. Very nice driving there from Racer Brown. This is where he gets the toe down this hill and tries to take the inside line. No, a little too far back at the moment. He's probably not enjoying. Oh, and Shiren and Skyjacker are at it as well. Beautiful stuff. So Skyjacker and Shiren are in a battle. Shiren having a look one way, but Skyjacker making his car as wide as possible, and the timer has run out. And there we got Shiren making a move. Is he? They're side by side, sorry, and there he's still ahead, and Binko and Racer Brown, and this is it. This is the final effort from Racer Brown down this hill, grabbing the toe, but Binko, oh, it looks like Racer Brown's done the business. Binko's quite far back here, can he? Oh, and that's it. I think Racer Brown's got it done. He's got it done on the final lap, and he's taken the lead from Binko. How cruel is that? Racer Brown now taking the final corner in the lead. After hunting and chasing down Binko, he finally gets the move done as they go towards the finish line, and Racer Brown wins the first race with Binko in second. Shiren's in third. We missed the move. Shiren's in third with Skyjacker coming home in fourth place. So I don't know what's happened between the Shiren and Skyjacker, but Shiren getting ahead. I don't know if Skyjacker had a spin with 14 seconds behind. Skyjacker finishing in fourth with Talaran bringing her home for fifth. And Flashman not that far behind in sixth in his Renault Williams Red Bull. And that was race 1, and that was rather quite exciting, with battling up and down the field from start to finish. Well done, Flashman. I didn't say Shiren, take a boo, my son. And that is the results, and we'll see a Racer Brown enjoying that win, taking it on the last lap. Well done, Mr. Brown. I'll take you up to the race results whilst those guys... Oh, actually... Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I've got to save a replay, but I don't know if I've got enough memory for that. I'll try. Oops. There's the race results there. I should change the room settings for them guys. So let me edit event settings. Oh, you're getting to see behind the curtains tonight, guys. So load settings, because I did it all previously. A race 2. Where's race 3? There. So a race 2. Load it up, but I did make a mistake because I thought it was a maximum weight, and it's not. It's minimum weight. So I'll put that back down to no limit. Boom. Right, and then I will change the event settings for those guys to go out and have a quick practice for 5 or 10 minutes. And I don't think I can see the race results after that, surely. We'll see. Possibly when it loads up. And there is the race results from the first race. We just don't get to see Racer Brown doing his twiddly bit. So Racer Brown takes the win by a 10th. Cracking stuff from Racer Brown and Binko. We saw some lovely racing out there. Shiren in third place after battling with Skyjacker, but we missed what happened to Skyjacker. He definitely must have had a bit of an off or something to finish so far behind the Shiren, the Russian sensation. Then Talaran, we saw his woes earlier in the race, coming home in 5th place, and Flashman finishing in 6th place. Wowzers. Wowzers, guys. That was quite a cracking little race. So there you can see Skyjacker telling them in the race control what percentages they have to change their weight to for the success of ballast before we crack on with a race 2. And I should write them race to 2040, possibly. We could get this done in an hour, couldn't we? I just won't go out for any SIGs. Race to at 20. Oh, I can't just put a dot. I want them 2040, and boom. So they've got 5 more minutes just to get used to that weight. We'll have a look at them going around. If there's anyone out there going around, there is a Racer Brown on 110% weight now, and I don't know how much that will affect. I think we worked it out in testing. It should cost him about a second a lap, so we will see. We will see if this mixes it all up. So I will give you all a break from my voice for 2 minutes and shall return for race 3. Stay lucky. And we're back again here for round 1 of the Red Bull Junior X Season 2. We just had a very, very exciting first race, and we're building up to the second race, which is the acid test, because now they're carrying ballast, and it's going to be interesting to see how it works out for these guys. We will see that Racer Brown, Binko and Shiren all carrying ballast into this race, and that will affect their lap times for sure. The grid remains the same, of the same standings from race 1. I better see if I can ask them to. I think I did delete some replays, but I'm not so sure, so I'm just going to ask in the group if they wouldn't mind saving a replay, saving and sharing replays, just in case. I should have been a little bit more ready beforehand and made sure I had the room, but I just didn't give it a thought, to tell you the truth. just in case, could you save and share, please, someone? That's what I've written in Discord, just in case, because I have to say it out loud while I'm typing. That's the kind of guy I am. So where are we? Where are we? What time is it? Oh, we're at 2040. I better ask them if they're ready. Are you ready? Is that ready then? Is that ready for race 2? Ah, Sharen's already ready. He must be able to hear me. So let me go with some of this. Let me give it a ready. Click, click. And that is it. So we've already got 1 R on the boards. Just need 5 more. And we'll be off for another cracking race. I'm going to turn the lights on because I can't see my controller, because they said I can press options. That's what I thought I pressed. Options. Didn't give me the option. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Need 2 more. They've just got to quickly go and drain the snakes before ready to go. And Skyjacker's just sharing the replay now. That's a beautiful thing. I'll be more prepared next Sunday. I'm hoping there'll be a couple more. If you're out there watching and you're interested in this schnizzle, get yourself down. There's plenty of spaces. We've got another 9 places to fill. So early doors in this championship. There are going to be 2 dropped rounds. So missing the first one isn't going to be that big of a deal. I think we've had all the readies we're going to get. Start chat, live timings, spectator options. It's not there. Live chat doesn't give you anything. Live timings is nothing there either. So I do think I've got to come out of it. I think I do have to come out of it to go to race settings and do a race start. Boom, boom. And then quickly rush back in, because I don't want to miss a single second of a race 2. The acid test to see what it's like with that ballast. See if Binko and Racer Brown and Sharen are 20 seconds behind everyone after the first lap. We will see. And there they are, the grid formed up on the results. You do have to come out if spectating. See, yeah, I thought you did. I was a bit confused. But that's not difficult for me to be confused, so get rid of the big numbers and we will wait for the lights, and we get a countdown. So superb. Boom, they are off. And how is it for Racer Brown and Binko? They're doing okay, but Skyjacker very close behind those guys, looking to make a move early doors into the first corner, but Racer Brown is protecting that lead so far. Sharen around the outside trying to get something to happen. Him and Skyjacker side by side, and Sharen is up into 2nd place with Skyjacker in 3rd. Binko dropping down into 4th, but ahead of Talleyrand, and Flashman is in 6th place. But Racer Brown with that heavy car ahead of Sharen in 2nd spot, with Skyjacker, who's carrying no ballast at the moment. Can he make it work for him in a straight line? It should do, but Sharen, the Russian sensation, has to make that car as wide as possible. He's got Binko right behind him. Let's get on board with the Binks. Chasing down Skyjacker, who's chasing down Sharen, and Racer Brown leads at the moment as they come around that first corner. And oh my word, we've had a moment between Binko and Skyjacker. Skyjacker a little bit sideways, and I don't think there's anything Binko could have done about that. Talleyrand up into 4th, Flashman 5th, and Skyjacker, he's got a lot of time to catch up though. So it's not over for him yet, but that's not what he wanted to start his 2nd race with. And Racer Brown with that heavy car still leading around the first lap, with Sharen keeping a very close contact with him. And Binko up into 3rd with Talleyrand in 4th place. Flashman up into 5th place, while Skyjacker has to play catch up now at the back of the field. And Racer Brown in that BMW powered Red Bull, carrying the maximum success ballast of 110%, 605 kilograms, is leading the way with Sharen carrying some ballast, but not as much. Chasing him down, 8/10 behind. Binko, 3.6 seconds behind the front two, battling with Talleyrand chasing the Binks. And it's all to play for. Flashman very close behind them also, keeping it neat and tidy. He knows there's points to pick up here if he plays his cards right. And Skyjacker, he's caught up quite a bit. He's only 4 seconds behind. There's still plenty to play for Skyjacker here. And Racer Brown, is he going to get 2 for 2? This is shocking stuff. The ballast doesn't even slow him down. The man is a machine. Shiren, the Russian sensation, trying to keep up with him, and he just can't do it. Third place we have Binko. He's 3.5 seconds behind those guys, and Talleyrand not far behind. Talleyrand hunting his prey right now, sitting in 4th place, chasing the relentless Red Bull. Up and over the hill. Oh, lovely car control from Talleyrand there, just easing it into the corners. Beautiful stuff. Back onto the accelerator, trying to get a toe. He's 7/10 behind Binko, so he should be able to just get the benefit of that toe coming up to the chicane. He wants to get as close as he can into that final corner to try and get a move on the go. He's dropped back a little 10th or so as he chases him down in the Red Bull sponsored Red Bull. And he's 8/10 behind now, but Racer Brown 1.5 seconds. He did a 57.5 his last time around. Shiren managing a 58.3 with that weight on board. Then we have Binko, who's gonna struggle. He's got the 2nd place success ballast on, with Talleyrand with no ballast whatsoever, chasing him down. Flashman is at 3.2 seconds behind Talleyrand and 2.5 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker on a comeback in his Monster Energy Red Bull Junior car 99. But this man, really, it doesn't matter, does it? We could put a caravan on the back of his Red Bull and I think he'd still win. But Racer Brown out there, 2 seconds now ahead of the Shiren. Absolutely beasting it around the corners here at the Nürburgring. He truly is of alien species, and it's beautiful to behold. It really is. It's lovely to watch him work. And Binko is trying to chase Shiren down, but he's got a heavier car than Shiren at the moment. With Shiren there in 2nd place, 2 seconds adrift from Racer Brown. He'll be scratching his head saying, how does he do it? But Shiren in 2nd with Binko in 3rd. Talleyrand 1.5 seconds shy of Binko at the moment. Like I said, they're very hard to follow, these cars. You get quite close and then all downforce just disappears. And Skyjacker is 1.5 seconds behind Flashman at the moment in 6th spot. But luckily, with only 6 competitors, any little spins and that, it's not that punishable, really. It's not a massive points loss, finishing in 6th. And obviously the points from these races all added up. He's 0.5 second now behind Flashman, trying to catch him up, going down into the 1st corner, under braking. And he's just squealing that car around, squeezing every last ounce of speed out of it. Ooh, there he goes over the curves. That's beautiful there from Skyjacker, chasing down the Williams coloured Red Bull, trying to find a little bit of toe to pull alongside Flashman. Flash Mansell. And there he he's 6/10 behind. Racer Brown 2.1 seconds ahead of Shiren at the moment. Both doing 58. Binko did a 57.0 that last time around. He's drawing closer to Shiren, pulling away from Talleyrand, who did a 58.3. Flashman 4 seconds behind Talleyrand, but only 6/10 ahead of Skyjacker. We're around halfway through the race, and Skyjacker is ready to pounce 4/10. Neither of these cars carrying success balance. They're on equal terms with weight, and Skyjacker is getting ever closer. But then now he'll probably be just losing all downforce in that car. Oh, it's very tight as they go through the chicane. Skyjacker has a little bounce over the curbs, grab some air, and he'll be looking to take a wide line through there, try and cut in tight and get down the inside of Flashman. Like I said, he'll be struggling with downforce though as he makes his way around. He's very close to the back of that Williams. He doesn't know which way to go. He's going to go this way. He's going for the inside line, under braking. Can he make the move? He's up there, and that's the one to do. There's Skyjacker, has just overtaken Flashman. He took a wide line into that corner. I think he just didn't want to get involved in it. With Racer Brown 2 seconds now. He did a 56.0, remember, as the fastest lap in the first race. And as best he can manage with that weight is 57.3. So it does look like it cost you about a second a lap with the ballast. Shiren, a 57.7 from him. He's 1.7 seconds ahead of Binko, did a 57.5. So Binko slowly catching up the Russian sensation. And Talleyrand dropping a little further back from them with 4.2 seconds. Skyjacker only 5.2 seconds behind him. And anything can happen with Flashman 1.3 seconds behind Skyjacker. But Racer Brown so far has it all under control. Even with the weight, he's doing a superlative job. So he'll be carrying that weight again into race 3, but he'll be starting from the back of the grid. It's going to be a bit more difficult for him. And there is Shiren. Binko getting ever closer. A 57.5 for Binko. We saw the lap times last time. It's just this lap we want to see. And Racer Brown is dropped under 2 seconds. So Shiren is starting to pull back Racer Brown at the latter half of this race. And Racer Brown crossing the line, managing a 56.0. Honestly, no, 58.1. I was going to say. So 58.1 from Racer Brown. Shiren managing a 58.1 also, and Binko a 57.0. So, but Binko looked like he lost the back end of the car through that corner, and he's that time he's gained on Shiren. He's probably just lost again. But I don't know, 1.3 seconds behind the Shiren, and we've only got about 2 or 3 laps left of this race. Skyjacker's caught Talleyrand up by a second. And Skyjacker taking part in season 1, so he knows how these cars feel. Talleyrand, I think, jumping in cold and just trying to get used to the cars straight away. With Skyjacker, a seasoned pro, and Flashman there making his way around. He's done a couple of 59s, so he's improving in that Renault. Whilst Racer Brown 2.3 seconds ahead of Shiren at the moment, doing an absolute ballistic job. And Shiren is just there, and Binko getting nearly into that tow zone of Shiren. But he's running out of laps. I think we did, what, 8 laps in the first race. Shiren we saw just over the curbs a little bit then. It's going to be tight between these two come to the end of the race. Talleyrand. So everyone who's carrying success ballast is still in the top 3. So the success ballast hasn't really changed much. It's alright. And Talleyrand there in 4th place ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker will be pushing like a mad to try and get that position. Like I said, it's all about the average score here. So you just want to get some decent scores on the board across all 3 races, so you can get a good average score. 57.3 for Racer Brown that last lap around. 2 seconds ahead of the Russian sensation, who's now 2 seconds ahead of the Binks. The Binks lost a bit of time on that last lap. We did see him going a little sideways in the first corner. A 58.2 he managed, with Shiren managing a 57.6. So it's to in and fro in between the Binko and Shiren. And Talleyrand there in 4th place, 3.3 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker pushing with a 57.9 and 57.8. He's doing some great lap times the last couple of laps, with Talleyrand in the 59s and 58s. So it's not a done deal there for Talleyrand and Skyjacker. Flashman in his Williams there in 6th spot. But Racer Brown on fire at the moment. And BMW will be very, very happy with how this is turning out for them. As he makes his way around, 2.5 seconds ahead of the Shiren. Shiren staying 2.2 seconds ahead of the Binks. We've only got 1.5 minutes left of racing, so the next lap will be their final lap. And it looks like it's a home run for Racer Brown. It looks like it's a done deal. 2 from 2. Car 86 is unstoppable as he crosses the line for what should be their final lap. Coming around, Shiren doing a 57.9 that last time around. Racer Brown a 57.4. And Binko a 58.6, so he's losing a bit of time at the end of this race. And Talleyrand, he's only 2.7 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker at 57.4 that last time around. He's driving like a man possessed from that early mistake. And Flashman doing a 2:01. But Racer Brown, honestly, he is just too good. He wants you guys out there to come and challenge him. He wants you. If you're viewing this, he wants you to come and take the challenge to him. Racer Brown then bringing it around for this final lap. Shiren is 2 seconds ahead of the Binks. And Talleyrand 2.8 seconds ahead of Skyjacker, who is driving like a monster. It says it on the side of his car, and that is exactly how he is driving. And the Williams there coming around at the back of the field, but doing an absolutely mighty job. It's not slinging it off, which is better than what I could do myself. And here he comes up to the final chicane, Racer Brown, to take the second win of this round. 2 from 2. And BMW will be skipping down the pit lane to greet him. And here he comes around the final corner. And here he is, Racer Brown, to take the second win of the evening. Fantastic stuff from Racer Brown. Shiren grabs that second spot, and Binko gets his final podium. Take a boo, my son. Talleyrand finishing in 4th spot, ahead of the Flying Skyjacker. Oh, it looks like he made a mistake on that last lap with a 2:13. Was it a 2:13? It couldn't have been. No, it wasn't. It was a 57.7. This time's so weird. And there is Flashman finishing in 6th place. Super stuff from all involved, but Racer Brown, he's going to have to start from the back in the next race. And there he is. Superlative stuff from Racer Brown, with a race win under his boot. I'll quickly go to the race results so we can see Racer Brown doing his pose, standing there all hard like in his overalls, his VRC overalls, and his Jensen Button replica helmet, looking absolutely splendid. And then I'll quickly go back and change the race settings for them to go out and have a practice with. So load settings, look for a race 3, load that up. Yep, and then quickly change the weight because I made a mistake because I thought that was minimum weight, maximum weight, not minimum. Boop. There we go. Boom. And then load those settings up for no. Hey, what's happened there? Hang on a minute, guys. I'm not usual host, so I don't host all the time. As you may tell, I can't find the weight now. Have I done the weight? It stayed. Change event settings. That's what I was meant to do. Silly Billy. So the events change. Settings have changed. Oh, I better try and save a replay. But I don't think I've got I've got the room. I might have. I don't know. I didn't check. It's one of those things I did not check beforehand. So a replay saved for stewarding purposes. And then we'll go back to the race results, but we don't get Racer Brown standing there looking all flash at the side. So Racer Brown takes the second win ahead of Sharon, and Binko finishing in third spot. Talleyrand fourth, Skyjacker in fifth, and Flashman finishing in sixth. Binko got the fastest lap in that race with a 1:57.062. So all good in the hood, and that's awesome stuff there. And now I have to tell the groovers out there that we will be doing race start at I don't know, race 3 start. Shall we give them 10 minutes? Just not even 10 minutes now, is it? Because it's gone 9 minutes. Start at... Give them time to go for a wee-wee and stuff. It's 21. Oh, look at this. All this messing around. It's not what you guys have tuned in to see, is it? But this is the duties of the host. Oh, 10 past. It's frustrating for you guys. I bet you could have typed that in 2 seconds flat, and it took me a while. Race 3 starts at 9:10, so that's 8 minutes, guys. We will be back and flying on your screens. They'll be changing their weights. Well, Sharon and Binko will. Racer Brown will be sticking to what he already has. Ooh, it looks nicer at this time in the evening. I think it's, I can't remember, 5:30 or something like that. No, might be later than that. 7:30 in the evening. Setter. That's lovely looking stuff. So I'll give you a rest from my voice for 2 seconds, and then I shall return for the final race. And it's a reverse grid, so Flashman will be on pole. The pressure is on, Mr. Flashman. And I will see you guys in 2 minutes. Stay safe. And welcome back, ready for race 3 of round 1 of the Red Bull Junior X Season 2. We may only have 6 people out there on the track, but we have had some exciting races. And the big question is, can Racer Brown take a 3rd win from the back with that ballast? And oh wow, Talleyrand's doing a 56.9 that last time around. I don't know what's going on with those timer things. There it is, a 56.9. But yes, that is the question. Binko out there, he's been on the podium both times in both races, doing an absolutely cracking job. Skyjacker hasn't quite hit the mark yet in his monster Red Bull, but we know he has the raw pace. He's just got to get it all together in the race. It's the curbs of it. I always tell him, got to stay off those curbs, bro. They unstable the car. And Flashman, Racer Brown and Sharon just waiting for their moment. We're only 2 minutes away from race 3. I'm still gulping my brew dog, the Elvis juice, Priscilla's favourite. And it's rather tasty, I've got to say, even though it's grapefruit infused, it doesn't destroy the taste. So I highly recommend that one. I'm going to be emailing Brewdog and saying, dudes, can you give me some free cans? Because I talk about you a lot. And yes, Skyjacker saying, curb crawling is how I drive. Skyjacker in the chat. He loves it. And Racer Brown giving it a laugh out loud in the chat. So, what is going to happen in this 3rd and final race of this round, with Binko, Racer Brown and Sharon all carrying ballast, and whoever is in the top 3 in this race will have to qualify with the ballast next week. And I'll tell you where we are next week, just to see if it heightens your interest in taking part, maybe. Please come and race with us. Race 2, oh, Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. That couldn't get any better. And so, yes, the top 3 from this race will be carrying that ballast in qualifying next week. And where are we? Oh, we got a minute to go. That's all right. I was just getting panicked then. I thought I'd gone over. I'm trying to keep a nice tight ship going on here. Ship. There was a P on the end of that ship before you panic and I lose my PG rating. And there the guys, Racer Brown still waiting it out in the pits. He knows what his car feels like with that ballast on, because he's already won a race with that ballast on. But Talleyrand is looking very fast by race 3 there with a 56.6. So will Talleyrand look to take a win from this next race? Will Skyjacker manage to grab it? He loves to slide that car around though. And Flashman starting on pole, no pressure for the Flashman. I usually have a rolling start, but I don't think I did do a rolling start this time around. And that's it, we're at 10 past, so I will ask the boys if they are ready. I'm sure they've all got their weights sorted out. Racer Brown and Skyjacker are looking after that situation for us. Say ready. And we've got to count ourselves, 6 R's or Y's, or whatever it is they say. There is R, there's 2 R's. There's 3 R's. Four and a GG and 6. So let's get out of that, and we can quickly look. Can we not? No. But we could quickly look at the weight situation, members list, and you'll see from here who's carrying the weight. There you go. 605 for Racer Brown, 588 for Shiren, and 572 for Binko. So let's get over here and race start, my bros. Oh, not exit. Jesus, I'm the host. Could you imagine if I accidentally pressed that? It'd all come to a shuddering halt. It'd be rather embarrassing. So here we go. Ready for the final race, the final 15 minutes of your Sunday evening. Thank you for sticking with us, those that have. For this, the first round of the Red Bull Junior X Championship. And Flashman on pole there with Skyjacker in second, Talleyrand in third. Let's get rid of the big numbers. No, that didn't get rid of the big numbers. That one did. As the timer counts down, and it's a go, 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 and it looks like a good start from Flashman. He's got away good. Skyjacker, though, of the inside, he's looking over to see where Flashman is, and he's on the inside is Skyjacker, grabbing that one. Flashman's gone out wide, and there is a Talleyrand trying to come up against him, and it's all very close here, very nicely bunched together, and Flashman's still maintaining that second place. Shiren's trying to get up the inside, and he's gonna do it. Oh, he's lost the back end though. Can he maintain it? He's out wide, and Skyjacker absolutely on a rabbit in it, and Talleyrand then getting that second place. Binko though, Binko wants to fight it, and there they go, and there's Talleyrand maintaining it. They're side by side, and Talleyrand then finally gets that second with Binko holding on to third, Shiren in fourth, Racer Brown in fifth, and Flashman just slowly ekes down into sixth place. I don't think he's comfortable up at the front, but he looks like he's going to have a bite at the Racer Brown. No, he was thinking about it. You could see he was thinking about it, but Skyjacker now 2.3 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, but we saw Talleyrand doing some 56s in practice. So if he gets some of them down, he will be catching up the Skyjacker. But so far, Skyjacker keeping it nice and tidy on the track in the Monster Red Bull, with Talleyrand in the Red Bull in second, Binko in the Relentless Red Bull in third. Then you've got Shiren in the Atari Red Bull in fourth, Racer Brown in the CATL Cattle Red Bull in fifth, and Flashman staying very nice and tidy close behind. But it's this man Skyjacker wants to take the win, to boost up his points, to make that average point a little better. Talleyrand ahead of Binko, and Binko hasn't been off the podium so far in this championship. And Shiren looking for a move to make, but he's dropped a little bit back from them two ahead of him, and Racer Brown is catching him up, and Binko looking to see if there's a position there from where did the flames come out? I just saw flames coming out the side of Talleyrand's car. I'm not sure where the exhausts are on these cars. It must be just underneath that bodywork. Yes, all beautiful stuff I've never noticed before. So Talleyrand just staying ahead of the Binks. And the Binks is giving it his all in that Relentless Red Bull, chasing down Talleyrand. Trying to harry him into a mistake, and it looked like there was a slight one there from Talleyrand. Looked like he had a little car slide on the go, whilst Binko drawing ever closer, 3/10 behind Talleyrand right now as they go down into the hairpin, and Binko looking very close to the back spoiler of Talleyrand's car as they chase up the hill towards, is that the Michael Schumacher S? It's very tight here with Racer Brown has got himself ahead of Shiren. I missed that, I'm afraid. Oh no, they're side by side, but Racer Brown, he's got that weight on, the maximum ballast that you can carry in this championship, and he's up into fourth ahead of Shiren. But we've seen Shiren coming very strong at the end of the races. He seems to start slowly but finish very strong. But so far Skyjacker 3.2 seconds, and Binko's got Binko and Talleyrand going side by side through the chicane. That's very brave, and Binko looks like he's got the inside line for the final corner, And no, Talleyrand just edging it ahead of Binko at the moment, but Binko's very close to the back of Talleyrand. Talleyrand trying to break that toe, and Binko says, no, you can't break the toe, I'm on it. As they come down to the first corner to start lap 3, and Talleyrand still maintaining that second spot ahead of Binko. Binko doing an absolutely cracking job. Racer Brown can't shake off Shiren. Shiren all over the back of Racer Brown here, trying to fight with every last ounce he's got in that Red Bull. And they're all ahead of the Flashman. They make their way around here at the Nürburgring GP, or how I like to refer it to as the Nürburgring. It's not my favourite track, but it's a favourite out there with other sim racers, so it is included in the calendar. And Skyjacker's really enjoying it at the moment. 4.4 seconds, with Talleyrand having to fight off Binko and losing time doing so. Talleyrand doing a 59.0 his last time around. Binko managing a 58.7. Racer Brown is now edging away from Shiren with a 59.3 last time around from him, and Shiren hanging it out there on the kitty litter. He did a 59.4 his last time around, and Flashman doing a 2:08. But Skyjacker looks like he is determined to get this win under his belt in the first round. Doesn't want Racer Brown running away with this championship. And there you go, a beautiful lap from Skyjacker there, a 57.8. With Talleyrand doing a 58.3, but Binko isn't letting him rest. 57.9 from the Binks. So the Binks pushing hard to try and catch up that Talleyrand. He wants it. Racer Brown 2.2 seconds adrift from Binko and a second ahead of Shiren. But like I said, Shiren's one to watch as the race gets later into its life. Shiren comes to life, and a Flashman, a 2:04 from Flashman that last time around. I think he's on the one can too many for Flashman. There was a rumour in our Wednesday evening discussions on the chatathon we have on Discord, which you're all welcome. If you're in our Discord, please come along, you can have your say. Oof, I thought Skyjacker was sliding it around there. He's seen he's got 4 seconds on Talleyrand and has decided to start drifting it around the corners. And there Skyjacker leading the way. We're around just off halfway through this race. 4 laps. We've been doing 8 laps around here in 15 minutes, and Skyjacker looks like he's absolutely owning this race. Talleyrand's got his hands full with Binko. Binko giving it his all against Talleyrand, trying to give it some large ones, but with Binko and Talleyrand in that race, it's giving Racer Brown the opportunity to draw closer. Racer Brown doing a 58.0 his last time around, Binko doing a 57.9 and Talleyrand doing a 57.4. So Talleyrand starting to find his feet in this race now and get into the groove, for he's got to prove his love to me. And Talleyrand then is trying, Binko getting that toe again, 3/10 behind. Can Binko make a move into the first corner, a little too far back to make anything count in this one, and Talleyrand has got his hands absolutely full of Binko at the moment. If we get on board with Talleyrand and have a look behind, we can see a Binko looming large, sorry, that's the Brewdog, larging loom in our rear view mirrors. Talleyrand now pulling some purples as he goes through the first sector, and he's pulled about a second back on Skyjacker. So I'm not sure if Skyjacker is just easing easing off the accelerator a bit, just bringing her on home. A 58.0 from him last time around. Or if he is starting to find some issues in that car, Talleyrand going 0.3 faster than the fastest lap so far. There is still time for Talleyrand to catch up with Skyjacker. Binko 0.7 behind. And Racer Brown 1.8 seconds. He's knocked it under that 2 seconds. Shiren, he did a 57.4 his last time around, but he's lost a little pace to Racer Brown in this race. And oh, Flashman is ghosted. I think he's going to get another can out of the fridge, and he's back again. So Skyjacker 3.5 seconds lead at the moment on lap 5 with 5 minutes left of this final race. And Skyjacker looks like he's got it all wrapped up. But Talleyrand is absolutely beasting those lap times, chasing him down. Just got the fastest lap of the race with a 56.6, while Skyjacker did a 57.4. So Talleyrand a second faster than Skyjacker that last lap, or virtually a second lap faster. And Binko sliding it through the final corner. He can't do too much of that because he's got Racer Brown catching him up. No, Racer Brown only 1 second behind Binko, so Binko's got to be very careful how he drives this car in the next 2 laps, because he is being caught by Racer Brown. Shiren 4.6 seconds. He did a 2-minuter on that last one. Must have been a small mistake with Flashman doing a 2:14 here. He got giddy because he did a 59, so he thought he'd have a rest on lap 5. Sorry, Flashman, you're better than me. That's all you need, really. I'm too scared to race. So Skyjacker 3 seconds adrift from ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand finding some great pace in race 3. He's pulled away from Binko, but Binko is going to be under fire soon before the end of this race if Racer Brown can keep that pace going. And Racer Brown carrying a maximum success ballast in this race, with Shiren on the next, and Binko carrying the 3rd place ballast. I'll remember them. I'll have them written down next time, so I don't have to keep opening my phone and telling you what they are. Skyjacker just edging again, 3.3 seconds, pulling a little bit out on Talleyrand. Talleyrand losing a bit of time on this lap because Binko's starting to catch him up again in the relentless Red Bull, chasing the Red Bull down. And Talleyrand managing a 57.4 that last time around. I do not know why it tells you the wrong lap times. That's so bizarre. 57.4 then from Talleyrand. Binko a 57.1, and Racer Brown is back up to about 2 seconds with his 57.5, and Shiren back into the 58s. But he's lost touch of a Racer Brown in this race now. And Skyjacker, he's just got to bring it home. We're on lap 7, and like I said, we've been doing 8 laps of this. So, of this track. So this should be the penultimate lap for Skyjacker. But it's down to 2 seconds, so Talleyrand is absolutely flying at the moment, trying to catch up Skyjacker before the end of the race. He's got this lap and the next lap to do it, which is a big ask, but anything can happen. Skyjacker could just put a wheel wrong somewhere and it could be all gone from his fingertips, but so far he's doing a fantastic job in that monster junior car. With Talleyrand just 2 seconds behind in second place. Binko hasn't been off the podium in this round, and it looks like he's continuing that. So his average score will be absolutely cracking. Racer Brown in 4th spot. Couldn't quite catch those guys up ahead with that success ballast. Shiren 6.5 seconds adrift from him, and Flashman in 6th spot. Skyjacker crossing the line to start the final lap. Lap 8, 2 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. He just has to keep it neat and tidy. Talleyrand's got the fastest lap of the race with a 56.6. Don't get any points though for fastest laps or poles in this championship. What with using success ballast, it doesn't seem it would be fair. Did a 56.7 his last lap around, with Skyjacker doing a 57.8. But it does look like Skyjacker will have to make a mistake to give this race to Talleyrand, and it looks like Talleyrand might have made a mistake because Binko is right on him now. He's only 4 tenths behind him coming into the final lap, and Binko looking to get a place extra to grab silver here at the final race. And Talleyrand is going to have to defend for this final lap, it seems. The timer is nearly ran out. And Racer Brown 2 seconds adrift, just couldn't make much impact. He's in the low 57s, mid 57s. Good pace from him. Shiren, he's been doing 58s. He did get it into the 57s once. And a Flashman there, a 2:01 last time around from him, but he's going faster than he's gone in this race so far. But it's this man, Skyjacker, from start to finish. In the first corner, he made his intentions clear that he wanted the lead. He grabbed the lead, and now he looks like he is also going to take the win. As he goes through the chicane, is that the chicane? Yeah, the chicane one last time, comes around the final corner, and he grabs himself a win for race 3. And that means he's going to be carrying maximum ballast in qualifying and race 1 at Brands Hatch next week. Well done, Skyjacker. Talleyrand grabs second spot, and Binko not well done. Take a boo, my son. Hasn't been off the podium this championship so far. Racer Brown grabs 4th place ahead of Shiren, the Russian sensation, and a Flashman bringing her on home in that final spot. Hopefully next week we'll have a couple more. There was a couple more people signed up. Hi Buntin mentioned in the chat that he missed it. He thought it was starting next week, so he may be here next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. And there was a couple of other people that have not shown. Someone called Electric, I think. Someone called M4 Wales. And Cowboy. There's Flashman, taking that 6th place. So, well done Skyjacker, Talleyrand and Binko. Cracking a little around that one. I'll share replay again, says Skyjacker. There you go, Skyjacker in his lovely VRC uniform, celebrating on the grid. I'll have a quick look. Oh, I don't have to change the lobby settings, so we can just go to... I'll save the replay. Save. I'll try and save it, but I just don't know if I've got enough space because I haven't really checked. Oh no, Skyjacker's not there, but I haven't changed anything. Oh well. So Skyjacker's got to rush off to watch Pole Dark now. No, Skyjacker takes the win. Fantastic stuff. Well done. Talleyrand, 2nd place on the podium, with Binko as consistent as ever, grabbing that 3rd. Hasn't taken a win, but hasn't been off the podium. So, well done, Binko. Racer Brown, with that ballast, 4th was the best he could do in race 3 after taking the 2 wins from the first 2 races. Shiren in 5th and Flashman in 6th. Talleyrand got your fastest lap, but like I said, no points for fastest lap. It's just pride. With a 156.689. What a cracking little race that was, and hopefully you can join us next week for more of the same at the Brands Hatch Grand Prix. And these cars, they're going to be shaky over over that track because that is really undulating. So that one will be interesting to see. I don't think there's anything more. Oh yes, well, let's go through what we've got this week. Tuesday evening we've got the Hyundais, and let me see if I can see where they're racing. See if I can be really smooth with this. So GT3 World Endurance Series rules and regulations, and we will be seeing the Hyundais for... Oh no, it's not that one. Hang on. Give me a second. I'll get there. Yes, for round 3 at Catalunya, one of my favourites. So, see the Hyundais for 60 minutes of juicy racing for round 3 at Catalunya. And again, Racer Brown's won the first 2 rounds, so can he make it 3 from 3? Or will someone be able to stop him? We have some new entries for that one as well. Oh no, I don't think they can start until the Red Bull Ring. So, but we've got a lovely diverse grid for the season of the GT3 World Endurance Series. And I believe on Thursday evening, if you want to join us for that, we have the Vision Championship coming back, the VGT Series. And they will be racing the Mazdas at Tokyo, EOL, Eastern something line, something like that. So join us on Thursday evening for the Vision Championship. And then on Friday, I think we've got a special one-off of the Group 4 World Series. I believe that's on Friday at St. Croix B in the Bugatti, Citroën and Renault, the French's finest cars. So join us for that. And then again Sunday you will see us here again with the Red Bull Junior X Championship. Binko was a podium regular in HPEC Season 3 as well. That was his first season with us, by the way, Skyjacker says. So yeah, Binko absolutely consistent as ever with his podiums. I don't believe there's anything else to say. I've told you everything you need to know. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Ring my bell end. And catch us again for the next stream. And if you're in our Discord, come along on Wednesday evening at 7:30 for our little pitcast or whatever it's called. So, and we just chew the fat over GTSport, racing, real life, and what TV programs we're watching. I think last week we were talking about our kids, so anything goes. There's no boundaries to the chat in our Wednesday evening chat. Thank you for joining us. I was your host, your broadcaster, and your commentator, Norma Scocks. I'll say that again because I fucked it right up. Thank you for joining us. I was your broadcaster, your host, and your commentator, Norma Scocks. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you, hopefully, Tuesday evening. Bye-zy-bye. Peace and love. Peace and love.